NVIDIA confirms updated DLSS frame generation on RTX 40 GPUs, leads to lower VRAM usage and faster performance. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 40 GPUs are also getting a better AI model for superior DLSS frame generation and lower VRAM requirements. NVIDIA announces better frame gen on GeForce RTX 40 GPUs and lower VRAM consumption with the updated AI model. NVIDIA's frame generation technique was released with a DLSS 3.0 for the RTX 40 series GPUs. Since then, the DLSS technology has gone through various developments, enhancing both the upscaling quality and performance. The frame generation technique is NVIDIA's ultimate tool to fill the gap between the frames for a smoother gaming experience and is about to get better with the updated version. The company recently announced DLSS 4.0 alongside RTX 50 series GPUs. Even though DLSS 4.0 will work with RTX 40 series GPUs, it won't receive the multi-frame generation feature. Nonetheless, what we got to know is that NVIDIA is upgrading the frame generation technique for RTX 40 series GPUs just as it did for the RTX 50 series. NVIDIA's Jacob Freeman announced that the RTX 40 and RTX 50 series GPUs will now utilize the upgraded frame generation technique. As per his post, the frame gen will not utilize the new AI model that will enhance performance, deliver lower latency, and consume less RAM than before. This means the RTX 40 GPUs will also receive some good advantages, which will allow the GPU to power other aspects of games such as game assets, mods, and textures where higher VRAM is essential. In the shared screenshot, Jacob showed that the new DLSS version enhances the FPS slightly and consumes 400 MB less RAM in this particular instance. This does look like a small improvement but could benefit users with 8 GB GPUs in various scenarios. The DLSS 4.0 introduces not only enhanced DLSS frame generation but also enhanced ray reconstruction, super resolution, and DLSS for the RTX 40 series. DLSS, Deep Learning Anti-Aliasing, is in the beta phase at the moment and will work with all the RTX GPUs from RTX 20 to RTX 50 series. The frame generation is reserved only for the RTX 40 and RTX 50 GPUs, and while it won't compete with multi-frame generation, RTX 40 GPU owners can at least enjoy a bit more performance. One thing that still needs comprehensive analysis is the input latency. With the introduction of DLSS 3.0, the frame generation introduced a noticeable latency increase, but NVIDIA claims that DLSS 4.0 will reduce it even though frame generation requires a bit more time to predict and render extra frames. As per NVIDIA's comparison of DLSS 2.0 versus DLSS 3.5 versus DLSS 4.0, there is roughly no latency difference. NVIDIA might have turned off reflex with DLSS 2.0 testing, but since DLSS 3.5 and 4.0 have it as an essential requirement, the latency with DLSS 4 is comparable to DLSS 2, which seems odd.